Should marriage be limited to one man and one woman? Why do governments promote marriage between one man and one woman? It's not just because two people love each other. No, it's for the perpetuation and stabilization of our society. This understanding of marriage is rooted in the biological facts of nature. But do we really have any compelling reason to maintain such a narrow definition? Or has the time come for the government to revise and expand our understanding of marriage to include same-sex couples? When it comes to the behavior of its citizens, a government has only three options. It can promote, permit, or prohibit their behavior. For example, the state promotes police work, permits most occupations, but prohibits drug dealing. Why? Because dealing drugs harms society, while police work greatly benefits society. In the same way, our government promotes natural marriage, permits most relationships, but prohibits incest and pedophilia. Why? Because incest and pedophilia harm our communities, while natural marriage benefits our communities. And here's how. Natural marriage creates children, it best raises children, it protects women, it civilizes men, it lowers crime, poverty and welfare, which in turn reduces government spending and deficits. In short, natural marriage perpetuates and stabilizes society. Everyone benefits from that, even those who don't get married. Now, let's look at same-sex marriage. What benefits does it provide? Same-sex marriage offers no benefit for society as a whole. In fact, it hurts us. Promoting same-sex marriage changes the very purpose of the civil institution of marriage. Natural marriage centers on bringing up the next generation, on raising children to become good citizens. Same-sex marriage merely validates sex partners. We know, statistically, that natural marriage creates the best possible family for children. If we alter the primary purpose of marriage, the losers will be the children. Doesn't every child deserve a mom and dad? But what about natural marriages that don't create children? They are the exception, not the rule. The only relationships that do create children are between a man and a woman. Wherever same-sex marriage is promoted, schools subject your kids to mandatory homosexual curricula. Your business and your taxes fund homosexual relationships. Your freedom of speech is gagged. And your religious freedom is overruled. The government has no compelling interest in legally promoting same-sex marriage. None. But we have every reason to continue to promote natural marriage. But what about equality? The law already treats everyone equally. Every citizen can marry someone of the opposite sex. But is it fair to promote natural marriage but not promote same-sex marriage? Yes, the law treats all people the same, but it doesn't treat all behaviors the same. Same-sex marriage and natural marriage are different behaviors with different outcomes, so the law rightfully treats them differently. Isn't this discrimination against homosexuals? No. This discriminates against behaviors, not people. For example, are you being discriminated against when the government promotes police work, but you never become a police officer? No, not at all. We all benefit when police work is encouraged. In the same way, people who don't marry someone of the opposite sex are not discriminated against when our government promotes natural marriage. In fact, we all benefit when natural marriage is encouraged. But what about tolerance? Yes, same-sex marriage advocates need to be more tolerant. Homosexual relationships are already tolerated in the US. They can already commit themselves to each other until death do them part, without government endorsement. But only the union of one man and one woman should be promoted, because it alone is the foundation of a civilized society. That's not bigotry, that's biology.